What is going on, gaming nerds? This is a Nerd Talk with the Aficionados. My name is Lance Excalibur. Whoever this guy is. We're just gonna skip over that guy and
I'm Ginja Ninja.
Mason AJ.
all right, now he
The big boss of the three.
Okay, so hey, if you want to be the big boss, let him be the big boss. Because you know what? At the same time, you know, he still sucks at Destiny.
Whoa!
So,
Yeah.
Whoa!
I'm the boss on the battlefield. You can be the boss on the show. I'll be the boss on the battlefield.
First of all, who is at a higher level than you are? Because I'm pretty sure.
Anyway, Destiny is the topic of the day. We're talking about Destiny. The beta ended a little while ago. We're all like geeked up and hyped up because it was freaking awesome, right? So
it was alright.
So no. Why was it alright? Why was it alright?
It did not fully implement everything that they said.
Like what?
He couldn't give his character, you know, an exact tattoo that he wanted.
He wanted a lip ring,
Eyelash
and they
ring.
wouldn't let him give him lip ring. So he was like, "This game sucks because I can't have a lip."
No.
What's bad about the game?
Okay.
Tell me what's bad about the game.
It didn't feel like a force. Like that's like my major complaint with it. Going into
That's
the game.
very-
Hold on. All I'm saying is going into it, I felt like while they implement a lot of new things, which they took elements from Borderlands, from Mass Effect, and they brought it together. I didn't feel like this was like that next jump in gaming entertainment. I felt like essentially I was playing like a revamped Halo.
What do you okay? This is the thing. What are you really expecting? Because like if you look at like the game consoles, for instance, you got PS4 and you got the PS3. Now the big jump from PS4 to PS3 was the graphics, the ability to run the game very smoothly on very high graphics, and you know, and to put more into a game. It's like, I mean, what kind of big jump are you looking for in a game?
See exactly
And
what
a
that.
first-person shooter.
And then first-person shooter at that.
Like,
Come
there's
on.
a-
Listen to what you just said. It's supposed to put more into the game. What more has like gone into this game? I know a lot of people out there gonna be like, well, they got the MMOs and the towers and with that. I feel like, they're pretty much doing things that other games have already done already. They're not like changing the battlefield. It's more the
All right,
same.
Ginja Ninja, what did you like? What did you go? Because I don't know where your argument is going. You find a reason to like say it's okay rather than say, you know what, this game is
Because
actually pretty
there's
awesome.
a certain structure that a first-person shooter has to follow.
Exactly.
You know, they can't make it every genre ever.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you. It's like they could just throw their guns down and be like Tekken time.
Yeah.
It's like,
That would be awesome.
I actually did say that. I actually said the melee felt very Halo-ish, and it felt almost like a little bit overpowered. And I was saying in Killzone, when you try to melee certain characters, depending on the difficulty like that, the characters would counter you. You would have to hit the button a couple more times to drive the knife in there. That would have been a nice little implementation in Destiny. As opposed to running,
Okay. I think this is the time where I really believe that you're trying to take every awesome thing you saw in any game and try to add it into one game because everyone says it's awesome. Like, don't get me wrong. I think Destiny was a pretty fantastic, and it was the beta, right? The beta was better than most. The beta was the best first-person shooter I've ever played.
Exactly.
The beta.
Better than some full games.
Whoa,
Exactly.
Whoa. Obviously, you have not played BioShock Infinite, so I'm going to forgive you for that.
I mean, come on. It's okay. Like, all right. Let's be
It
honest.
implements as much as it is just a first-person shooter, it implements all of these other really badass elements.
Okay.
Like
RPG. Come on, RPG.
You have a loot system. You're excited to go into a raid because you're like, what badass gun am I gonna get? You have no idea.
I mean, what is it? Borderlands. Borderlands did a good job of implementing loot into a shooting game. You love it up, but this one really feels like you were talking about it earlier, where it has like the World of Warcraft feel. Like when you get a new piece of loot, it's like, oh snap! Like, what's it gonna look like? It's like, what's the stats? It's a big step up rather than just finding a gun on the ground, picking it up that has like a higher damage rating or something like that, and you just shoot It's like the loot matters. It matters to the way you look. It matters to how you game plays, your class, everything.
And it has different stats that are unique to your character. So for a warlock, if I want my grenades to reload faster, I'm gonna stack discipline on certain things.
See, I think you're getting Trump right now
You're pretty much
Because I fully recognize that I still got my points I'm going to say, but I want to hear what you got to say.
Okay, this all right. Coming from MMO players, because I play World of Warcraft, play World of Warcraft. I play Guild Wars 2 and I still play MMOs. And then at the same time, when you look at shooters, I enjoy shooters, but there was never anything to draw me into a shooter. This is the first game, well, except Borderlands. Except for Borderlands. This is the first shooter that, like, I can't just say, wow, this is a good game, but, like, I want to invest time into.
Because there's something to invest in.
Exactly, there's something to invest in.
And see, that's my whole thing. We're like, I'm not an MMO player. Okay, I stick to my first-person shooters and I stick to like my RPGs. And looking at it from that perspective, I don't feel like there is at the current level, which is, and it is only the beta. So when a full game comes out, it might be like 10 times better, which I'm fully expecting it to be. I don't feel like it's doing enough for me to invest. I feel like I'm gonna play the game and oh, this was cool. Just like Titanfall, you play it and you was cool for like that first minute, and you're like, all right, cool, I'll put it down, and it's done.
So much more that you can do. Like you have a mission, you have a story, you have strikes, which are like dungeons. You know, you have raid, like
a dungeon and a shooter.
Yeah,
a dungeon and a shooter. Come on, man. A dungeon and a shooter. That dude.
How can you not get excited about
See,
that?
okay, coming from a person who it's kind of true. How can you not get excited? It's one of those things where if you haven't been an MMO player, or even like if you play like freaking, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons or something where you go into something, you know, not knowing what to expect. It's hard, it's difficult, and at the end, it's a lot of loot. I mean, come on. Well, Diablo. I mean, Diablo is less of it. Like, see, if you guys haven't played World of Warcraft, you really want to know what we're talking about. It's one of those games where loot really matters.
Yeah.
And the difficulty of the game like really matches the loot.
Okay, so let's start from this one, okay?
Okay.
Because I fully recognize that as a non-MMO player, there's an element to the game which maybe I'm not appreciating. Okay. Because I'm looking at it from an RPG perspective because I'm an RPG fan. So like when I first started the game was very beautiful. Story, it's by Bungie, which they're not really like known for like their story so much. So I'm a little bit worried of like how the story gets it. It's quite this is 2014, but still referring to the big bad as the darkness. You know.
I mean, well.
And once again, that's just one element in it. Creating your characters felt nice and smooth, but also I would really like to see a huge plethora of options compared to games since Mass Effect 3 and other RPGs have come out so long ago. I want to see like really dynamic options into it.
Okay, well, when it comes to the part about like you're talking about the darkness and stuff, I can fully agree to that because it's one of those things where you have a game that was so like focused on gameplay and so focused on you know how the game operates and you know and everything that I feel like the darkness. You're right. It's kind of that's the enemy is the darkness.
Like, what should we call this?
Yeah, it's like almost like oh we forgot to put a bad guy in there. The darkness.
That sounds good.
And you can fight the darkness with guns. You know.
And then you meet the dude who's the speaker who comes down in these pretty ass priest robes wearing a mask. And I'm looking like, all right, dude, why are you walking around with this mask on? I don't trust you already. Who's the darkness? Oh, you can't know about that yet.
But it's kind of like Star Wars, without lightsabers. So it's like the Sith is like the dark. Because that's what I feel like. I feel like it's like the Sith. You know, like
no,
when they was you know what I mean? How announcing it, like the darkness. Like if you could just put the Sith in that place, like the Sith has returned. It's like oh, it's the Sith. It's the Death Lord. Run, niggas, run.
So I'm a little bit worried about the story, but I'm not saying it's gonna be bad. I'm just saying I don't really see it's the story in the world and the lore. It's very pretty. It's very beautiful to look at, but I don't feel like it's gonna be like enough to like into it yet. If one looks like it's no Dragon Age or Mass Effect or even Borderlands, where those worlds were really played filled out.
Right.
Going and taking a step into that, I really love the class dynamics. You have the Titan, who's pretty much like the heavy armored, like tank-like character. You have the Hunter?
Well, okay, going into classes, not to interrupt you, but like favorite classes. Give me some favorite classes.
Warlock all day.
Okay, is Warlock
all day?
Okay, I really do feel like Warlock is gonna be that class. That's like that overpowered class.
Guess what? All day. All day.
I saw a statistic where it was like what are you playing basically, what's your favorite class to play, and it was even. It was pretty much about 30% for every class.
Oh wow, okay.
Even the Warlocks are different.
Warlock all day.
Well, I kind of like the Warlock too. So,
Really, I thought because you're so snipey, you're very sniping, hitting run base. I thought the Hunter would be more.
Okay, see, here's the thing. When you put me in a shooter, like I have a different mindset. If you put me in an MMO, I'm gonna play with a thief. I'm gonna play with a ranger. I'm gonna play with something that can hit and not get hit. That's kind of my thing, you know. But if you put me in like I don't know, in the shooter game, I'm just like kamikaze all day, throwing bombs. I don't know. I'm completely different sometimes.
Really, because for me, I always like playing what I like to call special infantry. Cause I don't like going there with just big guns and tanking things. I don't like not any game. I like going there with like, yo, I have my shotgun, bam, with
But
the.
you act like that though.
What?
Like your characters, like we'll be in the game and then you'll just be like, oh shit, they got 5 of them. I'ma just go stand out in front and wave my gun in the air. Like,
That's not what happens. That's not exactly what happens. All right.
Alright, I was just saying.
Okay, I'm mad you putting that image out there. You messing with my reputation out there.
Hey, I've revived you a few times.
What?
More than a few times.
I revived you a few times.
I'm just saying.
You
know,
take one hit, it's like, oh.
You know, I play with Ginja Ninja. I don't revive her. She's like, you know, she's in the back with me. We sniping people.
Yeah.
You the only person out in the front. Like,
Just
you know,
running
like
through
there,
people.
just you dropping bombs at your feet, saying, "Come over here, come over here."
Okay, so speaking of dropping bombs, the weapon systems, pretty much the weapons and loot of Destiny. What are your opinions on it?
I mean, the weapons and the loot is awesome. Like, we like, yeah, you get to wear it. It looks good. It feels good. What you mean? Like,
Well, I did everything. One thing that I cannot front Destiny, it looks beautiful. It really does.
Okay,
But with the loot system, how can I put this? I like being able to tailor my character to be me, pretty much in the game. And I'm kind of a little bit worried where, like, as the loot system goes on, if they don't take care of it, it's gonna pretty much be like, well, the Epsilon class is the best class to in. So everyone is walking around with Epsilon class weapons. You know, everyone's
I will
wearing.
say that in multiplayer, at least, there was a certain gun that people were aiming to get.
Pacifier.
Maybe. And then if you had that gun, you know, you were like greatly overpowered in multiplayer.
Really?
I'd like run out and be killed in 2 shots. What the hell?
So that was like, yeah, it was like the multiplayer.
Yeah.
Game, right? Like, yeah, I know. But
So the multiplayer, I think, has a couple things that could be tweaked just to make it so that, you know, if you have this one gun, you aren't crazy overpowered over.
And I think that's my big worry for the game going forward is how they're going to balance the loot system going into PvP. You know, that's a huge thing for me because don't get me wrong. Like one thing I loved about World of Warcraft is like, yeah, you would go into a battleground and you would get owned, but you knew that if I got my armor set, if I got this, then you know I would start on it and it would work. Like they balance out. It didn't really balance armor out, but it's one of those things where if you worked hard for the armor, you got rewarded for it. But I don't want anything to be gimped to it. No matter how hard I work, if I have this one set,
Right.
I'm always going to be killing and winning everything.
And they did that sort of in PvP where your level doesn't matter and your gear score doesn't
Right.
matter. And then they have a separate one where it does called Iron
right.
Banner, and you can go into that. And let me tell you, that was not a good experience for me. But I think it's cool that they have the option. You know,
Right, you just get breathed on the wrong way.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm on fire! It's like,
what the hell?
I gotta put this. I know I have a lot to say, and I know you got a lot to say.
Hey, I'm just combating your foolishness talking about
Foolishness, you would say.
Foolishness talking about the game being
I
awesome.
agree.
It's like
It's really good. It's just, you know what? Like the enemies in it, I don't feel like it's enough of a force. I feel
again that you're saying these things like they mean something.
What do you
That
mean,
means, what's a force? What's a force?
Okay.
What's a force?
Players, the big daddies in BioShock were a force. Whenever you
We
saw,
ain't talking about
What I'm
BioShock.
saying, you asked me what a force was. I feel like
You ain't
although-
did you do a dungeon?
Yes,
Did you do a raid?
yes.
So wait, so you beat the raids?
I don't know how.
No, you didn't get it. No, you didn't. You didn't beat the raids. You didn't beat the dungeons. You know why you didn't do it? Because they forced this. They wanted you to play the game. They didn't want you to experience the force yet. It's a beta, mother plucker. I can't even say what I want to say. It's a mother plucking beta. Okay?
No, it is just a beta. But if this,
Damn it!
if this is a glimpse of things to come, which I'm
That's
trying
my
to tell
time.
you.
That's my time, guys.
If this is a glimpse of things to come, like I said, this is why I compared to Halo. The Fallen, which is the major enemy type that you fight in the beta, feel like Re2 elites. They don't feel drastically different. You know, they have their gifts and perks. But I'm looking like, yo, essentially you weren't different. You weren't
What
more
about
the
like
same.
the bosses in the strike?
The bosses felt like bullet sponges.
Frick out of here, man.
Really?
Okay, all right.
The overseer, he didn't feel like a bullet sponge to you? Just sit there and go, I'm just gonna take all your ammo.
Do it again. All right. So, final thoughts. Final thoughts on Destiny. Like, you know, give me yours first, because I want the negativity out the way.
It's not negative.
Okay.
It sounds pretty negative.
I am still excited for the game. I've already pre-ordered it. I'm definitely looking forward to picking it up. As a single player, okay, because I do prefer single player more than multiplayer. I just want to make sure that all the content and availability for it fully feels like it's worth the price. I don't want to buy the game like, this is a good single player thing like Titanfall, but it wasn't like enough to keep me going back more
this
for
is
more.
a 10-year investment. This game
And
is
that
going for 10 years.
Exactly, but then that's the other thing I'm like, for 10 years, this feels kind of a little bit light,
It's just like an appetizer.
Oh, okay.
The beta's just
It really
a
is. Like
fraction.
they really designed this game to move progressively. Like you gotta keep in mind, downloadable content for this game is gonna be like expansion packs. It's not gonna be just like we got extra maps to PvP on. Like it's gonna be a whole nother add-on to the game. They plan on making this game last a very long time. Like this is a MMO shooter. Like this really is.
And I think in the beta you only reach your cap is level 8. In the beta.
Was it 8?
They never changed it. They said they were going to move it up, but they never did.
Yeah, because I got to level 8, but I still thought there was like a lot more to go into.
No, they stopped it at 8. And that's you don't even get near close to finishing your talent tree,
That's true.
to upgrading all your weapons.
Hey, I know it sounds like I've been downing the game, but it was like these were only the small little things that I have problems with. I like the game. I'm just looking
you looking for it to change your life, and it's not. It's still a video game. At the end of the day,
really, it's
not gonna
change my life.
Yeah,
Change my life. I played Destiny.
That's the only way you can be disappointed with this game if you looking for it to change your life.
I played Destiny, and forever my whole outlook on things changed.
That's what you would expect.
I follow the way of
I became
Destiny.
a warlock.
When I touched the
See
controller,
Mason out there just like,
no.
I have a bomb.
Freeze, get down. That's what happened in real life.
But all, comment down below. Let us know what you think about Destiny. What your favorite moments were. What your classes were.
I really want to hear about it.
So now you want to hear what she has to say.
I want to hear what she has to say. I want to say what I have to say. We don't want to end on your negativity. That's why I told you to go first. So not to end on that negativity. So pause that outro.
Okay.
And please tell me your final thoughts on the game.
I personally am extremely excited about this game. I think that being a first-person shooter, it has really
It's gangster.
It's
so gangster. You can't put it in words.
I don't even know what to say right now.
You don't even know what to say.
I just think it's a beautiful baby of World of Warcraft and Halo and Borderlands.
Yeah, you can't. That's it. That's all you have to say. World of Warcraft, Borderlands, Halo. Out. Drop the mic. That's it. That's all you have to say because that's how good this game is looking. So the alpha was awesome. The beta was amazing. The beta was freaking amazing.
It was good.
So I'm really excited about this game. I'm be honest. I really didn't follow. I didn't ride the hype. I didn't ride the hype till I saw the game, and especially on the new consoles and the PC version. I mean, the graphics go ridiculous.
Well, it's not gonna come on PC.
What?
Yeah, I know. It kind of like blindsided me too. Ginja Ninja.
What?
It's not coming out on the PC.
What? I was so looking forward to the show.
Not yet, anyway.
Destiny sucks, and that's how I feel about it. And you guys have an awesome one. I am Lance Excalibur.
I'm Mason AJ.
I'm Ginja Ninja.
Peace, bitches. Seriously, not coming out of
I'm pretty sure.
I know, man. You was looking forward to the mods. Like, mod all day.
I don't want mod it. I really don't want mod. It's one of those games that you really can't. You gotta treat it like an MMO. Like you can't mod it.
Well, at first.